Very good morning to one and all present here. So I welcome you all for the today's session on healthy mind, the stress and pressure management in academics. So I welcome our chief guest, Mr. Ilayaraja, for this wonderful session and sparing time with us. I welcome our HOD sir for giving a short introduction about our chief guest. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes.
Can all hear me? Can all hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning to one and all present here. Uh, Respected Ilayaraja sir, psychologist,
Yes. Thank you.
and my dear students of various departments of first year. I welcome all of you to this important session, stress management in academics. Stress management in academics is the aim and scope of this wonderful talk going to happen now. My dear students, I was also a student like you. Maybe in 1987, I was in the second year. 1986, I was in the first year. Like you are in first year now. I was in first year in 1986. And of course, I had a tremendous stress and pressure on the academics. Because of the syllabus, because of the content delivered at the Creamy institution, and because of the assignments and because of the homeworks. And I was very new to the engineering. I was first year like you. So everything was new to me. When they teach drawing, which you read now as engineering graphics, it was new to me. Because after the 12th standard, I did not have anything called engineering graphics. So many imaginations have to be put into the subject in order to understand it. That is number one. And other subjects, mathematics were in depth, chemistry was in depth, physics was in depth. So every subject invariably was very deep, and it was all tremendous pressure to me. At the time, in fact, somebody should guide me. Somebody should guide me in 1986 when I was doing the first year, and should enlighten me. That is nothing, ma. You can do. What is there? If something is new to you, don't get stressed. I want you to underline that. If something is new to you, don't get stressed. That something is new will become old tomorrow. It will become a good friend to you. So you have to accept that and hard work. That kind of counseling I was in a need at the time. Thanks to my excellent professors. They have given me wonderful counseling. Of course, I contacted them. I did not keep the pressure in me. I contacted them. They gave wonderful counseling to me. And within 1 or 2 months or 3 months, all became wonderful to me. And I am with you as the head of the department, head of the institution here now. It all happened because of the counseling I had in the beginning months of my first year. Of course, at the time there were no much online sessions or a culture like this, bringing eminent personalities to you and make them to talk to you. At the time, it was not a culture. We go to the college, we read and come. So only the professors were helping me. But today, in this new arena, you have wonderful opportunities to get consulted with psychologists. If you go to a psychologist, if you really have any trouble, you have to wait, you have to talk to them. It is all going to consume lots of time. But at free of cost and so easily, it is available to you now at this time. I would like to introduce Mr. B. Ilayaraja, an empathetic and compassionate psychologist, having more than 2 decades of experience in the mental health field. My dear students, it is not that everybody is mentally good. I will say everybody is mentally ill. Only the degree varies. I think if I am wrong, kindly excuse Mr. Ilayaraja. I feel that everybody
Not
has
at all.
got some kind of mental illness. Degree may vary. Somebody might have very little, somebody might be having very more. psychologist, and now we have Mr. Ilayaraja with us. He's a skilled at facilitating individual and group counseling and behavior therapy. Mr. Ilayaraja has trained various companies. He had been at various companies like and made the counseling sessions. He has varieties of roles and responsibilities in mental health. Design assessment for therapy sessions, help individuals to deal with addictions. Addiction need not be only alcohol, need not be only drugs. Even mobile is an addiction.
Very true.
Confidentiality and give you confidence in your endeavors, and he guides in a very better way. Definitely, if I see his degree, he has got a very good postgraduate diploma degree in psychology, psychology arrangements. So I welcome you, sir. My dear students, I would like Mr. Ilayaraja to spend some time to highlight on how to handle mental stress in academics. That is the aim. I request that we will have travel in this part. And at the end of the session, I also request Ilayaraja sir to give some time to the students. And student be participative. Don't waste time. Don't ask uncritical
Sure.
questions. But I welcome you to ask critical questions, because if Mr. Ilayaraja is talking, of course, it will be so nice. But if you get clarified with your doubts, it will be of very useful to you and also to the other friends. Make use of the wonderful opportunities. At the end of this session, maybe after 20 minutes or 30 minutes, give 20 minutes or 30 minutes for the students, for them to ask beautiful, their own experience questions and get healed. With this small introduction, I leave the platform to Mr. Ilayaraja. Students, never unmute yourself until you are asked to do so. Do not kindly disturb. It's a very important session, in fact. SRM IST Ramapuram campus nowadays is providing such kind of counseling sessions to particularly first year and second year students. I hope this will help you. Thank you for the opportunity. Kindly start the session. Thank you so much, sir.
So, can I proceed?
Thank you for your wonderful intro.
Please, sir, you can start, sir. You can start, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, very good morning to one and all. And thank you so much, Dr. K. N. Srinivas, HOD, and Mr. J. Dilli Srinivas for giving me this opportunity. And special thanks to SRM Institute Ramapuram campus. So, I'm pretty sure. So, these sessions will be an eye opener for most of the students. So, I suggest you to keep other works aside because the attention is undivided. When you focus on other activities, as well as when you focus on this activity of listening my content, you will not be up to the mark in taking all the points. So I suggest you to keep other work aside. So let's give 100% concentration on this present concentration. Hope this will be benefited you at a lot, even in a long-term basis, right? Let's start. So let me know if my audio is not clear.
Yes, sir, there is a disturbance, sir. There is a disturbance in your
Okay.
audio. There are
Okay.
discontinuities.
Yes.
Kindly look into that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Is my presentation is clear to you? Done. So with your permission, I'm just switching off my video
Yes, sir.
so that
It is visible. It is visible.
yes, so that you will get a clear presentation
Yeah,
and my
that's
voice.
okay. You can carry on.
Yes, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Are you speaking, sir?
Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Hello?
1 second. 1
Ah,
second,
yeah.
sir.
Okay, okay.
1
No
second.
problem, no problem, no problem. Please, sir, please.
Yes. Hope my presentation is clear now. Perfect.
Clear, sir, it is clear.
Can I get yes from someone? Perfect, sir. Yeah.
It is
So
clear,
this is
sir.
about the
It is
healthy.
clear, it is
Yeah,
clear.
yeah. Yes. Thank you, sir. So this is about the healthy mind. So after these sessions, you will definitely able to work out on your stress and pressure management in specific to your academics. So I always trust on this proverb. So teaching is always one way. Unless and until if you are not interested, nothing will goes into our mind. So I suggest you to make your internal interest to very active and listen these sessions overall for the next 55 minutes. To check your attention, so this is small stuff that you need to think. So I'll ask you just one questions after you are completing this sentence. So finished files or the results of the years of scientific study combined with the experience of years. You can also read this once. I'll ask you one questions and you have to respond to that very immediately as soon as possible. Don't take much time. Just ask what you can. Okay. You can sit straight, be very attentive. Yes. So how many F that you can see in this slide?
Sir, doctor,
Yes.
your voice is not proper,
Not
sir.
not clear.
Your
Just 1
voice is
second.
highly breaking, highly breaking.
Sir, it's actually clear. I guess it's a network issue on his side.
Oh, is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Perfect. So how many F that you can
Then okay.
find in the slide?
Then okay.
Three.
Sudarshan, is it clear?
Five.
Uh,
5, sir.
Okay, done.
Yeah, sir, it's clear on my side. I hope it's also
So
clear for everyone.
yes. So it is actually 6. It is not 5, it is actually 6. That's okay, even if you say like even 3. Okay, let's start with what is a mental health. So mental health is nothing but that you have been very productively active on your daily basis, which means you have to be very communicative with your people, with your family members, and to ability to adapt to the change and ability to cope with the difficult situations. So this is the major things that we have to focus on our mental health. When coming specific to the adolescents, the morning, the time you wake up, having your breakfast, getting ready for the college, being interactive with your colleagues or with your college mates, and being attentive in the class, playing yourself with the people, coming back to the home, being creative, preparing for your academics, ending your day with your best sleep. This is called the functional activity in specific to the adolescents. So that is why you have to be very productive. We have to get interactive with the people and we have to find and adjust and adapt with the toughest situations. This is called a perfect example for mental health. In simple term, it is nothing but feeling good or functioning well overall day. So students, this is a statement which is given by the few students after being with them for many years. What they say is their sleep has been completely disturbed nowadays. They cannot able to concentrate on the college studies or even in their academic stuff. Some adolescents is becoming overweight and some people are losing their weight. In the meanwhile, few adolescents, either gender or getting harassed from their family members or with their relatives, and sometimes few students are getting suicidal thoughts in their mind. And some people also attempted a suicides on the recent times. Their appetite has been not up to the mark and they have so much of somatic changes on their body. What is somatic changes? In the sense you may be having an unexplained pain on your body. For example, headache, back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, chest pain, or palpitation, which is we say it as a padapadapu or raising thought, and chest weightness, abdominal fullness or abdominal pain, knee pain, joint pain, complete tiredness, feeling very fatigued, and sleep changes and all the stuff. So their usual thoughts are has been disturbed, and they will keep on worrying about their life, either about the past or about the future. This is the collateral feeling of the students at present as of now, especially for the past 3 to 4 years. And it is very, very severe during this pandemic time too. So this is to check about yourself, how you are stressed recently. So think of yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, that how you find stressed yourself. The 1 indicates no stress and 10 indicates a maximum stress. The stress includes your academic pressure, because most of the people now only coming to the college and getting started with your academic stuff, and more and few people have a problem with the difficulty on adapting and adjusting with the college procedures, and few people may have stress with their family members, with themselves, with the psychosexual fact, x or y, whatever the stuff which you have on your mind. So just rate yourself. And students, if you score more than 6, yes, you require any sort of talking therapy in a very, very nearer future. Right. So what is actually a stressful factors for the student? Yes, of course, this pandemic time made most of the students to have a fear of infection, even though they have been vaccinated, and some have not been vaccinated. If there is some students are still have a fear of infection, and predominantly the depression, anxiety plays major role for the students, and the risk of abuse, either physically, emotionally, or sexually. They feel very, very low about themselves, in which they lack confidence and self-worth. And definitely on this pandemic time, most of the students' quality of learning has been decreased, and their internet usage has been increased. And there are people who have been worried about the internet speed in specific, because few of the students have been addicted to the internet game recently, even to the games or even to the porn related stuff. And smoking tobacco, chewing narcotic drugs is also plays a major role as of now. Boredom, emotional changes, and as I said before, the way you use a mobile for more than 30 minutes or averagely 6 hours a day, that comes under the behavioral addictions on mobile. Apart from this, there are various factors which is causing the stress to the students, but I have been reduced to this content. So let's come directly to the point, because in the next 50 minutes, I have to give the maximum of how you're going to manage about your academic stress. Okay. See, I always say it's like mental health plays a major role for any of the people, even if it is a child, or even if it is an adolescent, even if it is a middle age, or even it is a senior citizen. Unless and until when we don't have a proper control on our mental health, or if we don't feel positive about ourselves or about the world or about the environment, definitely there is any sort of psychopathology. Psychopathology is a group of psychological disorder. There is a chance that we may get or we are into that phase. So in that context, to enhance your academic happiness, we have to focus more concentration on our mental health. In that, the first affecting factors is a depression. So we have to check for the past 2 weeks to the 2 months. Say for example, as adolescents, when you feel more irritable, being showing anger tantrums, or showing tantrums with your parents or with your friends or with your siblings or with the strangers, and feeling tired all the time, and losing your interest in doing usual activities like talking with your friends or reading books or talking with your professor or talking with your college mates, and you feels to be always having a decreased energy, or you feel always tired, and you'll start losing grooming yourself. These are all the major symptoms, but take it from me, this symptom should be consistently present for more than 2 weeks to 2 months to have a clinical diagnosis that you have a depression. Or else, once in a while, suppose if you have been failing in a single paper, of course, we'll get depressed, which is very common. In specific, to assess ourselves whether we have been depressed, think of yourself, you will be having very, very little interest in doing your usual activities. Say, for example, you may be coming late to the college, or you have not been doing your assignment on right time, or you are not been following the instruction of parents, or you are not been taking care of yourself, whatever it may be. You may be feeling sad all the time. You may be finding it very difficult to sleep. You have a broken sleep. You may sleep early. You may wake up very late, or you don't get to sleep at all, or you sleep too much. You may sleep for more than 10 hours or 12 hours at a stretch. And you will be feeling tired all the time. You may overeat, or you will not eat at all. Your appetite will get suppressed, and there will be a gradual weight loss for more than 4 to 5 kg in a month. And you will be feeling bad about yourself, and because this is where like some people may show the ideas of suicide thoughts, and you will be having a concentration difficulties in doing anything. Even when you watch movie, or even when you scroll any sort of reels, you cannot able to focus 100% on that. Something is keep on popping up on your mind, and you may start to speak loudly or very slowly over the period of time. Yes, there is a chance like some people may have a suicidal thought. It is very common, like once in a while in a situation we may feel like feeling to die. It is very common. இந்த வேலை செய்யறதுக்கு பேசாம செத்தே போயிடலான்ற மாதிரிலாம் தோணும், which is very common. But when it comes all the way, the ones when you wake up, going to the sleep, during that time, even on your dreams, or even on your daytime, then we have to take a serious call on that. So let's see how we can manage this depression in specific to these conditions. Okay, this is not one size fits all recommendation, because no two individual look alike or think alike or be alike, and any individual in specific to the depression may react or give the symptoms in a different way. So this is just a recommendation and not a main suggestions for most of the people. So if you require any sort of one-to-one basis, better you can see your student counselor at your college premises. They will help you definitely on a one-to-one basis. But in specific, these are all the recommendations which makes you to come out of your depression features. You have to take care of more of yourself. Say, for example, you have to take bath, you have to take groom yourself, you have to be very neat, you have to be punctual, and you have to talk with your family members. That is why we are called as social animals. We should never ever get isolated, aloof. The depression is the one which makes us to get aloof. We don't come for a college, we don't go for a gathering, we don't go for a party, we don't go for a mall or whatever it may be. So avoid being alone. Never ever get worried about the future or worried about the past, because we don't have control on them. We have control only on the present. So dear students, if you focus 100% on the given situations, definitely by giving your undivided attention, you will achieve a lot, or you will achieve a goal which is you have been designed for the future, which is called mindfulness. Even when you eat, even when you drink coffee or tea, even you are being talking with your friends, be very, very mindful during that activities. Don't talk and think something, don't do and eat something. So be mindful to all the activities which you have been doing. So identify, sometimes you have to check what is actually causing you depressed or stress. Either you need to work with that factor, or you need to ignore them and you have to move on. If you know the answer, or if you know the alternate solution for the particular problems, definitely you can come out of the depression factors. And of course, as I said before, if you need, please go on for a one-to-one counseling session. That will definitely help you. Take a regular sleep, because sleep is something like an engine in the car. Sir, I have a because on an average, I can able to see most of the adolescents nowadays, their sleep time comes around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. average time, because only after the 10 o'clock they started to use their mobiles. So which is very, very highly restricted, but still most of the people, because over a period of time when most of the people is doing a wrong stuff, it is coming into the factors as it is a normal. So I suggest it is very, very safe when we sleep before 10 p.m. That is too even long, but it is good if you sleep around 9 to 9:30 or 10 maximum. But most people give a complaint like they cannot able to sleep. I'll give you one suggestions. You have to finish your dinner around 8 p.m. and you have to switch off or keep your mobile silent at 8:30 or 9. And 9 to 9:30, you have to read a solid, boring books. The boring books depends upon the individual. For some people, it may be history, politics, or whatever the stuff, or even your own subject too. When you read that subject for 15 minutes, obviously your melatonin sleep hormone will get secreted and you get sleep. You will never ever get worried about the past or about the breakup or about the academic stress or what X or Y factor. You will get an awesome sleep, but you have to practice it for more than 4 days to 11 days to get adapted to this sort of pattern. So once over a period of time, when you take that book, obviously the yawning will come to the yawning may comes and obviously you feel like to sleep. And you can also take break if required. Please spend time outdoor, not indoor by playing your games or any sort of playstations or whatever, which is all very, very highly addictive. So we have to be very active doing some sort of activities on an outdoor. The recommendation continues like you have to enjoy the things that you do. If you don't find some things that you don't enjoy, please skip that and do other activities which is making you so happy. You can also help others. That is why most of the people may involve themselves in any sort of voluntary service or any sort of social service activities. That makes them so relaxed. And if required, and there are few students in any of the colleges may be into the counseling process or maybe into the psychiatric department for treating their psychological issues. In that case, please continue with the medications or with the counseling, because taking a counseling once in a month doesn't break your wallet or it doesn't cause us any harm. It makes your mental health on a proper track, because the mental health doesn't all comes with the psychological factors. There are genetic influence too, there are environment influence too, there are recent changes in the life events too, which makes most of the people worried. So it is safe, like if you are into the treatment with any sort of mental health professional, please continue that. In this pandemic time, there are most of their grandparents or even their friends or even their colleagues or even their immediate family members have been expired or have been died out of this virus, which is inevitable as of present situations. So most of the people have been into the grief. For them, why it has happened, or after knowing the death of the news, they will be in the shock or in the fear. They will be in the frustrations. Why this happened to me, or why it has happened to me? Why has God doesn't have an insight of saving my life, or whatever it may be. You may be bargaining with the situations. You may fight with the doctors. You may fight with the other peoples, and whatever it may be. And slowly you will be going into the depression phase. Take it from me. Any people who lost their immediate loved ones will be into the depression, which is very common. And over the period of time, gradually the people will come into the acceptance mode and they will started to work or they will started to study their academic purpose. So what as the students you should do when some of your friends going into the bereavement? Bereavement is also called as depression features. The bereavement is a specific term once when our dear ones is getting expired. Okay. So what you should do, or what you can do for your friends is you need to give a space to grieve. Grieve in the sense you can make them, if they are crying, let them cry. If they are talking about something, let them talk. And never ever say that you need to forget all this incident. You have to be strong. Please don't cry. These are all the statements. Please avoid it, because these are the things which hurts emotionally for the injured person. Instead of that, you can say like, you are in my prayer, or tell me like what I can do for you. Sometimes getting food for them, sometimes giving assistance for any sort of emotional need or physical need that you can do for them. Never ever call them over the phone or ask them about the medical history, like what is the reason of death, which is very, very insensitive. Don't ask that at all. And especially don't say the statement like you have to give the vaccine early. If say for example co-vaccine or other stuff that you have to put this one, this is more ethically good or nothing like that. Don't talk any of the thing, because never ever say like you have to take to this doctor or to take this hospital. It hurts, because everyone knows their immediate family members has to be treated well in any of the hospital. And do not say like when I was in your age, I have been crossing all these difficulties. I know like there are families in the society who have more trouble than you. This is the most harmful word that you can give to the people. Never ever say that. Do not make any decision for them as on that time. And don't try any sort of relaxation technique. Say for example, if they cry continuously, don't ask them to do a deep breathing. Don't ask them to see some fun videos. Never ever do that. And don't be a counselor to them. Just be with them, just listen to them. That will help them a lot. And over a period of time, as I told you, the bereavement is slowly, gradually that turns into an acceptance mode, and you can successfully go on to your usual daily activities and taking care of your life successfully. So sometimes there are students who worry about going for a student counselor at your campus, because when you go to the specific room, when I worked as a counselor, student counselor in X or Y college, they find it very difficult to come to my room, because they say like some of my friends, he's in the sense they say like something bad with my mind. So that's one of the still stigma we have. Going for a counseling is a very great taboo. Still it is there. Still it is on the road. Even at my clinic, there are people will not leave the car in front of my clinic, and they used to leave the car in the other road, saying like someone may see like I may get depressed or whatever it may be. That's a stigma like still have. But in specific to this, at this age, you have to be very careful in talking your emotions to the other people. Say for example, if you have been depressed and you wants to talk, but when you talk to your friends who is already into the depression, now imagine you both into the depression, and the depression will be twice, because you both share the negative content, you both never share the positive contents, how to cope up or how to come out of the depression factors. So choose the friends who is very very optimistic, or who is very positive, who is very energetic to share your emotions. That will solve the purpose, or else no way like we have to see the mental health professionals for a betterment. The next comes a major content is the anxiety disorder. See, this anxiety disorder, especially for the adolescents, has been erased because of excessive usage of mobile. And this is impairing a lot, especially on their academic preparation. Even though they know about their lessons, or even though they know about their chapters, they are finding it very difficult to focus on, especially because of this anxiety disorder. And most of the students into this past 2 years, I have seen many students coming into the illness related anxiety or illness anxiety. We say it as a somatic disorder or a somatoform disorder. The people will get worried about the small changes in their body. Even if they get headache, they will relate to the migraine. Even if they get a small cold or a fever, they will relate to the COVID. And even they get the small changes on your chest pain, they will correlate to the CVD or a cardiac arrest. And most of the people have the anxiety towards a test, towards a preparation, or even when you present some meetings or in a podium, or when talking with other people. Yes, there are people who have an anxiety disorder and even panic attacks too. Predominant symptoms of anxiety and depression are same, but sometimes it overlaps. You may have a racing heart, you may feel like vomiting, you may feel like having a headache, your brain may get a sudden shock, your palm, your body, your armpit will get a cold chill, you may feel like getting falling on a road, which means like falling sensation, you may sweat a lot, there is a shaking on your hand, on your stomach, you may be finding it very difficult to breathe, suffocations, you may have a crazy thought, feeling like you're going to die or feeling like you're going to run on the road, your chest pressure, kind of something you have been hearing on your ears, restless leg, giddiness, night sweat, body pain, or sometimes the body going too, and tightness, tinglings, burning, and all the stuff which is presented on this slide. You can take a glance. And predominantly for the students, they will have a frequent urination or going for the restroom all the time. Yes. So as I said before, anxiety is the other major factor for the young adolescents. So let's see how we are going to treat that anxiety. Let's take an example of exam. Um, because as of the student population, either exam or a kind of illness is creating major anxiety for the students, as of my experience for the past 2 years and specific to the adolescents. In that, as a students, you have to check what is the exact event is triggering your emotion. As I said before, whether it is a disease, whether it is a symptom, whether it is a test or exam or whatever it may be. The second question you have to ask yourself, what is the assumption that you are making about the event? Say, for example, if it is illness, whether I'm going to die, or whether I'm going to serious disease, whether I'm going to get cancer, whatever it may be, or whether I'm going to fail, or whether I'm going to have more arrears, or whatever it may be. That is all comes under the assumption. Does your emotion matches your fact of your situations? Do you have any valid evidence that you're going to get cancer or you're going to get failed? Because you have been done best on your 10th and 12th on a previous academic exam, then where is the evidence? You have to ask this question to you. Ask yourself what will happen. Even though if you have a harrier, or even though if you get a loma, what will happen? Even though if you have a headache, what does happen? What does matters to me? You have to put these questions positively to you. So how many times you made this prediction and it came true? When you ask this question to you, it is nil or no. It is not at all comes as a true, but we keep on thinking about the same event again and again. And what is the benefit of worrying? Nothing. Like, you will never ever get any sort of benefits, because when you keep on worrying, the somatically your bodily changes will get upgraded and your stress hormones will get increased, and your even the diabetes, even the BP, all that comes because of worrying a lot. So you have to put yourself, there is no use of worrying. There is one technique called a thinking techniques. Whenever the negative thoughts which comes on your mind about your exam, about your health, about your family, about X or Y factor, you have to ask yourself whether this thought is really true, helpful, necessary, or pampering, or a kind. Definitely the answer will be no. For example, if you feel like, what if I fail? What if I get corona? Nothing. This thought will not help you in the next level. This shrinks. Focus on the task which you have been enjoying as of now. As I told you before, be mindful in doing any activities you will enjoy a lot. Try this for 21 days. If you don't find it, you can contact me. I can give you 100% assurance on that. Try this. Be mindful on any activities that you have. So engage in the activities that gives you happiness, groom yourself. I always say eat well. Eat well in the sense, take vitamin D related food, which you can get through the exercise, and as well as food, and protein related food, folic acid related stuff, and help yourself to understand, yes, this is a kind of distress or anxiety. It will definitely pass over a period of time. You can also set, even though if I give these sort of recommendation and suggestions, the people say, like, it is me, like I'm keep on worrying about the particular stuff. But you as a psychologist don't understand. It is very easy for you to give a recommendation, but it is very, very hard for us to follow the recommendation. Then you can set up this constructive worry set time. What is it, a worry time? In the sense, you have to fix around 5 o'clock to 5:15, either of your convenient time. Never set time in the morning, because that will deteriorate your whole day. So you can keep around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. You can take a time for anything and you can worry. Vadivel solra mari room potu, you can cry or you can think. So you can just set up a worry time for 15 minutes and you can cry or you can think or you can do whatever you want. After which, just close that book of worry time and you have to move on to the present. So JPMR is Jacobson Progressive Relaxation, which is a deepest relaxation techniques which will be given for anxiety and depression client. But as of now, it is impossible because it itself takes 20 minutes. So let's skip that. Deep breathing. I suggest you, even when I'm talking and when you are listening, we are all doing a breathing, because it is a physiological work. And this deep breathing is called a diaphragmatic breathing or a belly breathing. So when you do this, you will be on a present, which is also called as, you can take a note also, 4-7-8. 4 seconds you have to inhale through the nose. By the time your stomach or a belly should comes or bloat, you have to hold it for 7 seconds and you have to exhale slowly through your mouth by the time your belly should goes in. I repeat, 4-7-8. 4 seconds inhaling through the nose. By the time your stomach should bloat, should come up, hold that in that same position for 7 seconds and exhale slowly through your mouth by the time your stomach should goes in. This you can do only when you give 100% focus on this workout. When you think of other situations, you never cannot able to do this, because this breathing is so focusing. Unless and until when you do this sort of 4-7-8 technique, you cannot able to focus on any other activity. So you will be on the present. 4-7-8. If you're finding it very difficult to do, because most of the people finding it very difficult to bloat the tummy, so just try a deep breathing and focus on your breathing. That will also help you, because that comes under the yogic technique. But diaphragmatic breathing or a belly breathing, that's where a level I can say it, like it will make you to the present. You can write your thought on any sheet of paper on your note, as well as write the alternative or solution base for the particular thought. Because keeping a journal is very good. Yes, you can express your thought. At the same time, you should also find answer for that thought. That will also take you to the next level of happiness. Psychoeducate yourself, but take it from me, if you are into anxiety, don't Google it. Trusting the Google doctors will take your anxiety 3 times worse than seeing a doctor. So never ever Google multiple times for your specific disease or disorder. Trust me, even it is very, very difficult for the psychologist or psychiatrist to treat you, because you will be become 4 to 5 times the doctor than thus. So don't do that, especially for the anxieties. For depression, it is entirely different. For a schizophrenia, a kind of other disorder, that is entirely different. But for anxiety, it is worse. If you go through the Google, finish. That's it. You will never can't sleep. You will never enjoy the daily activities, and you will keep on searching the doctor. That's called doctor shopping. You will keep on changing the doctors too. You will always in the Google, you will always in the Practo, you will always in the Google search to see which is the doctor best in treating the headaches or stomach pain or chest pain or something. I know the one students who have been keep on searching till 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. and he came to an end like he is going to be a transgender. So that is a chronic effect. And there is another students who went into the schizophrenic. He says like he is a god and he is a Sivan and he is going to serve the world from the COVID-19. So that is a powerful effect when you keep on doing or browsing about your health into the Google. And please be connected to the people. As I said before, we are all social animal. We have to, it is not like we have to, we must be connecting with the people. That is very, very safe. It doesn't mean like you need to connect with the toxic people. You're good people. Even 1 or 2 people is always good. Yes, this is an awesome technique. I suggest you to sit straight. Yes, on your room or on your place or on your cabin, just focus 5 things that you can see and label them in your mind. Kind of laptop, mobile, pen, whatever it may be. See the 5 things on your room and label them in your mind. Can I get yes from anyone? Yes. Can I get yes? Oh my God. Thank you. And focus 4 things that you can touch.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yes, thank you.
It's very,
Yes.
very informative. Very informative.
Yes.
Everything we have got to practice. Please,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you. And 4 things that you need to touch. Touch in the sense, don't feel like you're touching it. You have to touch. Say, for example, you can touch your sofa. You can touch your pen, whatever it may be. 4 things that you need to touch. Third, three things that you need to hear. This is a creative questions, so you need to think. Three things that you can hear, either my voice or a fan, AC, or whatever it be. Three things. Fourth, two things that you need to smell. But most of the people say like they can smell the perfume or they can smell the aroma in the clinic, but they forget like they can smell themselves. They can smell their cloth, they can smell even their watch, their air, their cloth, whatever it may be. Two things that you need to smell. And finally, one thing that you can taste, either your saliva or water or a coffee or a biscuit or a dry fruit or whatever it may be. This is called a 5-4-3-2-1 technique, which will make you immediately settle down your anxiety, either about the exam or either about the interview, either about the campus selections or either about talking with your senior professor or asking questions with whoever it may be. When you do this, definitely you'll be on the present. The one and only condition, you have to do this very, very slowly. And you should not never repeat the same condition. When you see the fan again, you should never repeat the same fan again on the next time. You have to keep on changing it. This will help you a lot when you write an exam or when you go for an interview or when you have a health related anxiety. So this will make you to be on a present. So even the deep breathing also will solve the purpose, and even this anxiety grounding is also solve the purpose. So obviously this will help you to prepare more on your academic stuff. As I always suggest my people, the memory is divided into three: sensory, short term, and long term. Sensory is into a very, very brief second. Short term is for few minutes and long term is for few hours. Whatever the subject, even the Tirukural, whatever the procedures or the protocol that you have been studying, you have to keep on studying to enhance your long-term memory. That is why you people can remember, or you people can tell the answer if I ask you what is the date of birth. But you will find very difficult if I put you a questions of what you ate 5 days before in the afternoon. Probably 99% cannot able to answer, but we can able to answer our date of birth or mobile number. That's because we'll keep on repeating that particular stuff. So to get a better mark, we have to keep on reading the same subject or the subjects which has been assigned to us on a regular basis. That is why on the school or even on the college protocol, they have a multiple tests. But few students ignore that and they will focus only on the main examination. That will also create anxiety for most of the people. The next comes the major trauma. I can say this as a trauma for the youngsters. That this is called a cyber psychology. But when you people focus more and more on the internet, the way you think about the environment, the way you think about the other people will get changed. You will get highly impact of this technology, and your behavior will be entirely into a unusual. Even if you see like someone cries, and we will feel like why this guy is crying. And if you see like someone is enjoying their life by laughing, you will feel like why this particular guy is cracky. Because we have been into the internet world and we don't smile or laugh or cry. Let's see, as of now, it doesn't mean like only adolescents. Yes, major of the people now they are into these 5 categories. Most of the people have been started to use their mobile or iPad or a laptop into this for a cyber porn or for a cyber sex, which is called cyber sexual addiction. They'll if trust me, if any of the people seeing the porn on a daily basis, it is like a full moon. It will be developing over a 3 to 4 years. You will become 100% addicted to the porn. That will impact your relationship, that will impact your academic preparation. Your mind will get occupied, your subconscious mind will get occupied with the sexual content. I know a client, I know a adolescents who are feeling sexually aroused when they see the amman. They see like the amman is so beautiful and I need to have sex with them. That's purely because of the porn addictions. So be very control, or I always say like it should be like a catalyst. Okay. The next comes under cyber relationship addiction. Yes, on this pandemic time, most of the people started to search their partner on their online. And most of the people started for a online gambling. Even the best example is Ace 2 3, and there are so many unadvertised stuff which has been destroying most of the adolescents, which is called net compulsion. And information overload, as I told you before, even for the health, even for the X or Y factor, they started to search unevenly. So this will create the most of an anxiety. And yes, the other sort of adolescents will be coming into the internet game addiction. So they have been using many games for their emotional distress or managing their emotions. So what is the social network addiction? It is simple as that you have been spending so much of time on them. That will interferes with your academic preparation. That will interferes with the way you talk with your people and with your other friends. And definitely over a period of time, that becomes a compulsive behavior, which will impact your day-to-day activities, especially on your college activities. You will never find happy in doing the assignment. You'll be so happy in being in a chatting or a scrolling or seeing the reel or whatever it is. So as I told you before, there are more students now involved in a kind of online crimes that impact their confidence. They're finding it very difficult even to talk with their family members. They will be so happy being with the mobile. They will be so sad when someone coming into their room or for their study room. They get irritated. So that is what I told you before. The most of the adolescents nowadays, their attention has been turned into the virtual world. Even though when we say like online education, online class, the people have not been using them in a constructive way, and they have been started to give so much of critics, and that's a different world. This pandemic time, but anyhow, there are so many people who have been getting into the addiction, which will definitely have a major impact on their attention. I'm pretty sure once when you switch on your mobile and you prepare for your academics or anything, you cannot able to focus. If a small beep comes, that's called fear of missing out. Even a small pop-up comes, you wants to see that. That is why I always say the people to switch off or keep the mobile in a silent mode, not on the vibrator mode, and keep it away 5 to 6 feet away from your preparation time. That will help you a lot. So definitely over a period of time when you have been addicted, it first impact your sleep, it will take you to the depression, it will take you to the isolation, and you will have a serious eating disorder. People will become as a kung fu panda. On those days, we can able to find the kung fu pandas only after the 40 years. People will get obese only after the 40 or 50 years. Now you can see the kung fu pandas even at the age of 3 years or 5 years. All CBSE school or even the metric school, you can able to see so much of pandas. So because when you gaming or once when you chatting, you don't know how much kurkure chips you have been taking it, how many solid calories food you have been taking it. So you have no control on the diet, and you will be into a overweight. And of course, cyberbullying, it is very, very common as of now. Especially there are so many cases have been arising, but even when you check 6 months before, there have been so many sexual harassment case has been noted down. uh, Hope you have been all seeing that in the newspapers and the medias. So more people will get into the sexting, and they will exposure to them in an inappropriate way to the other people and to the society. And some people may get jealous and kind of social comparison when some people post about the trip or the items which they bought on the sharings. Other people will get jealous, and other people get pampered, or other people get irritated with their parents to buy that particular stuff. So do we really get addicted to this internet? Then you have to check with these questions. So if we are being preoccupied with the social media or a game, and if you have a withdrawal symptoms when the mobile has been taken away, and we increase the quality of time, especially the number of more than 6 hours in a day for a mobile, and even though when we try to control, we cannot able to do that. We lost interest on outdoor activities. We keep on doing it excessively. We started to see family members, psychologists saying like that I'm using only for 2 hours or 1 hour or even 30 minutes. So they just used to cheat us, and they used to kind of they escape from their negative weed by using of internet games. And at the end, of course, that will significantly impair their academic preparation in specific when they are using it for the internet games. But the safe zone When you use the internet for the academic preparation or for getting lesson from the professors or during the online class or doing it a business, it doesn't comes under the addictions. Only when you use it for the entertainment purpose, that comes under the addiction. The online class doesn't comes under the addiction. So what is the recommendation for this e-addiction? Yes, you can use 30 minutes a day. That is a very, very controlled use. Sunday can be the detox day. Trust me, on your friends list, either on your Instagram or whatever, or in the FB, make your parents as one of the member so that you are very safe. And try to always use your laptop or iPad or mobile usage only in the living room. Don't take laptop on your personal room, because the internet has to be used for the constructive purpose and not for the destructive purpose. When you use it in your personal room, make sure the other stuff may get happen. There is high conscious, like you cannot able to focus on your academic. And smartphone can be, or like the phone can be avoided during your family meals or exercise. So I suggest you, sometimes you have to turn off your notifications, and you should switch off your phone while you're sleeping. Never ever take your phone as a first stuff when you wake up, because that is the first sign of addictions. You can try the pet therapy. You can have either dog or cat, that is up to you. That will really help you on this coping mechanism for the digital detox. So what is a destructive way of handling your emotions? Never ever take alcohol. The doctor says like 30 ml of alcohol is very good for health. I'm pretty sure no one will stop by taking 30 ml at any age. So think, I sometimes moderation is good, but it is up to you or in the future. But I'm pretty sure the people who take alcohol at the early age, first year or in the 12th standard or during the college days, definitely there is a 80% chance that they get addicted. If either of your parents, their grandparents have been addicted to the alcohol, and if you take alcohol as of now, there are 2 to 3 times chance that you will definitely into the clinical addiction of alcohol. And smoking also, taking more than 3 cigarettes comes under the addiction. And if you take cigarettes for the restroom, if you take cigarettes after the breakfast, and if you take cigarettes before and after going to the church, like masudis and temple, definitely you're addicted to the smoking. And never ever try any drugs over the counter. It will definitely harm you a lot. For suicidal, if you feel like highly getting, I have to kill myself, please talk to someone, go out of that specific room. Third, you can try a stop breathing technique. I suggest you to sit straight. So with the help of your left hand, close your nose, and with your help of your right hand, close your mouth. There should not be any hair that should comes out of your nose or a mouth. This is called a stop breathing technique. When you do this, you'll get suffocated after the 8th second, probably. Whenever you feel like to commit suicide, try doing this. Your body will say to the mind, oh my God, I have to take care of myself. Please take care of your problem and solve your stuff. So that's the stuff you can do this. Or you can try a rubber band technique, a rubber band on your wrist, expand that, release it, you'll get a pain. You'll get an immediate relief, and then talk with the professionals. You will definitely get out of this suicidal thought. Trust me, if anyone commits suicide or attempted suicide, you are giving a very, very wrong example to the society, to the immediate family members. Once they grew up, if they have their problem, yes, my sister or brother has trained me to commit suicide. Because all learning is a copied learning from the environment, because we are not aliens. All learning is environmental learning. We copy from someone and we'll do. Education, everything is a copied learning. So if you try any sort of suicidal, if you attempted, if you succeeded, definitely you are killing the society. For any problem, yes, you will have a solution. Maybe at the wrong, not on the right moment, maybe in a delayed, or it is a situation that you need to train and adjust and adapt with that particular problem. That is how the society has been given the problem to us. So never ever commit a suicide. Because sometimes suicide is not only the psychological. When you have been addicted to the alcohol, when you have been addicted to the narcotic drugs called a ganja or weed or kind of LSD on a high level of narcotic drugs, of course, there are people will commit suicide, which is not under our control. But committing for the suicide, especially for the academic low performance or getting critics from the other people, or single parenting, abusive parenting, harassment, sexual, the government has given so many helplines. You can make use of them. You can give the punishment to that particular person if someone is harassed, whatever it may be. Yes, we are almost into. I'll just take 5 more minutes. So although, yes, as I said before, the mental health has its own misconception. Yes, there are few people who have been coming out for the counseling, and over the period of time, once they go through the Google or when they get information from other people who have been getting benefited from the counseling, there are people who have been coming for the session. Yes, 1 in 4 of our students is getting affected out of the mental health issues, as your HOD said. What he said is right. It is me, like, or it is you, like, we have to take responsibility, like whether this mental health issues is affecting my daily activities. If you say yes, please talk to your student counselor. There is, I hope so, you have a special room for them, and it will be 100% privacy.
We have
Yes.
we have a special room, and also we have a special counselor for that available on all the 5 days. Working
Yes, yes, yes.
8
So
to
people
8
can make,
a.m. to 4 p.m. She is
yes, so students can make use of them. It will be highly confidential. They will never ever share your case, even with your professor or with your HOD. I'm pretty sure it will be highly confidential. You can make use of them. Yes, of course. When you have more sort of stress, it is good to talk to your family friends or your trustful friends. If doesn't work out, talk to the psychologist. Only they can refer you to the psychiatrist, because some people doesn't know or doesn't understand what is psychologist and psychiatrist. Psychiatrists used to treat the patients with the medications. We used to treat the patients with the talking therapies, which means like psychotherapies. In a easy understanding way, psychiatrist or like a ortho doctors, psychologist or like a physiotherapist. Once if it is fractured, there is no role for the psychologist, I mean for the physiotherapist, to treat them. In the same way, if a particular student has lost insight, which we say as schizophrenic or psychotic, they talk to themselves, they commit suicide, there will be complete loss of sleep for more than 4 days, and they self smile, they completely ignore their personal caring. Yes, they need to definitely take to the psychiatrist, after which we can combine with the counseling. Once when you follow all the discussion which you have discussed before, definitely your academic pressure will get decreased, your creativity, and you will be so productive to the society and to yourself. You will be finding more helpful. Your face will be always in happiness. People will love to talk with you. People will love to have friendship with you, and you will be so beneficial to yourself and to the environment too. And I always suggest you be very, very assertive. If you cannot able to do some particular stuff, say no, or say ask some time to finish that particular stuff. Assertiveness is nothing but you have to be take care of yourself. At the same time, you should never ever hurt other people's, and the work has to be done at the appropriate time. So take ownership for your health, especially your mental health. We cannot able to blame others for any sort of difficulties. Hope this session is helpful to you, I guess, because I have made the presentation in such a way like I can able to focus more on clinical part than on a theoretical part, because most of the people know what is actually about the mental health, but we have to know what is a symptom of depression and anxiety or internet addiction symptoms, so we can able to come out of that particular stuff, and we can able to cope up with by following that recommendation. And if you need a personal touch, you can go with the professional psychologist. Okay, so let's try this. We'll see how your mind is highly productive after these sessions. Let's have a small check for you. Okay, you can take this as a Suresh or Ilayaraja or whatever it may be. Okay. Okay, so Suresh was lying on his bed in his bedroom. That was a very spacious room with the window just behind his bed, showing the beauty of a nature. So everything is pakka calm and the atmosphere is so safe. Suddenly, a thief enters into the room through the window and he robbed all the money, gold, and valuable stuff and he left the same window. In spite of watching what all was happening in front of the eyes, Suresh or Ilayaraja does not make any attempt either to stop the thief or call for help or even to oppose the thief. He was just lying in the bed as if in his own world. What could have been the reason for Suresh for not reacting to the situation? Can I get answer from any of the four people? Can
He has
anyone?
no idea what.
He has no idea what is happening in the room. Super. Any other people?
Students be participating. It's a
Any
good
other?
story, but I don't know the answer. Students get the answers.
Just think out of the box because we always been trained in such a way like A for apple.
Correct.
There are
Absolutely. Yes,
so
yes.
many alternatives for yes. So think of the
Since it is a dream,
since it is a dream. Yes. Okay. Good. Any other attempt?
Saran, it's good, sir.
Any other attempt?
Might be Suresh is dead.
Yeah,
Maybe
he is not
Suresh
self-conscious.
செத்தே போயிட்டாரு. Okay, done. There is a one student says like அது இன்னொருத்தர் வீடு that in தமிழ்ல they will say like ஊரானை என் பொண்டாட்டி கை யாரோ சொத்தை எடுத்தா நமக்கு என்ன. Yes. Another people, some other student. Okay.
He's not in self-consciousness.
He's not in self-conscious, he's into coma. But the answer is Suresh was just a 2-month-old baby lying on the bed. பாருங்க, the same content. See how many students have been thinking in a different way. But the answer is very simple. So think in such a way you can handle your mental health very, very appropriately if you take care of yourself a lot. So love yourself. That's it. This is my small water. This is my psychology clinic in Ambattur, which is got ISO, which is #1 clinic in Chennai branches as per some sort of I don't remember that. So that's it. Thank you so much. You have been highly convinced. You can write your feedback on Kavidalya Counseling Center on a Google business page. That's it. Thank you so much all. And if you
Thank
have
you, sir. Thank
any
you, doctor.
answers,
Thank you,
please.
psychologist. It was extremely well. Your command over English punctuation and the way you made us to understand what you wanted to deliver is something to be appreciated. Definitely, because it was such a flow, like water flow. Your command over the psychologist, psychology, I think is extremely well, making you to talk so nicely for more than 60 minutes. I sincerely thank Mr. Ilayaraja.
Thank
It was really, I'm telling, not because I am convening the program, it was nicely done. Students, now it is open to you. If you have any good questions to ask on the topic, what we are doing now, you can ask. As last slide showed, if you stay in the mind of a child, you are an adult and whatever to be done by an adult, you have got to do. But if you stay in the mind of the child, not highly attached to things and living in the presence, the 2 months old Mr. Suresh lives in the presence. He doesn't think about the past or he doesn't think about the future. Mr. Suresh of 2 months old lives only in the presence. That's why he is not unhappy. He's happy. Let whatever happen. That's all. There is nothing going to be gained if you postmortem it. That is the extraordinarily beautiful story given at the end. Thank you, Mr. Ilayaraja. Students, one by one you can ask. Before that, I would like to ask 1 or 2 questions.
Yes, sir, please.
I will pave the way to the students within 1 minute's time. I had a student recently who met me last batch. It all happened before 20 months, I will tell. He was not comfortable with the engineering course.
Okay.
First of all, he was not happy with the engineering course. Even though he became happy after some time, he is not allowing himself to be happy.
Okay.
It's a kind of adamancy he maintained that he will not do engineering.
Okay.
Even though at the beginning he had some kind of trouble, but after 2, 3, 4 months college, he was able to get into everything. But his mind was Purposely, I believe, as far as I am concerned, as far as my observations were concerned, he purposely allowed him not to like it. Even though he liked it, he wanted to like, he did not allow himself to like it. So he gradually got into a kind of trauma. He was not able to come out of it. Anyway, he graduated, but he completed the whole course without any attachment to it.
Oh,
Any happiness derived out of this.
okay.
How to make such students to cope up with.
Yes, yes. Sir, there are various psychological factors behind any sort of depression or for the unhappiness. Maybe the parents may play the major role, or maybe that particular student is introvert. Especially in specific to your case, there are so many students who doesn't aware of a career counseling. So career counseling is a test where you can able to identify our career interest, career intelligence, career personality, career values, and everything. That is when in India, especially in India, we don't work for what which you have studied. படிச்சது ஒண்ணா இருக்கும், வேலை பார்க்கறது ஒண்ணா இருக்கும். So maybe that maybe plays a major role. That is why he has not has any interest on that particular subject. So over the period with the other societal pressure, he may convince himself to complete that particular course. But there are few people also took, once they over a period of time they come into the engineering, they do wonders. The interest also develop over a period of a year or 2 years. But most of the people doesn't aware of. I always suggest any student should go for a career counseling once they complete a 10th standard or a 12th standard. So that is very safe. That will reduces the dropout.
Very good. And I think he must have been focused on the career opportunities.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That opening I did not have in mind. Right. And one more unique case is that the student was to some extent, this is not in this institution, in my previous institution, but anyway, this happens to most of the students. So for the benefit of the students I'm asking, he was continually harassed by some faculty members.
He is continuously
harassed by the faculty members. But insult, I say harass, more than harass, I say insult. Anyway, he has to live with such faculty members for 3 or 4 years. So whatever, all those 4 years, he had anxiety and a kind of sleeplessness. If the students come across this, how to mentally block the thought?
Yes, there are students who have been very, very sensitive to critics. And these are the profile of personality. If they have been introvert, yes, there is a more chance like these people have been very sensitive to the criticism. They usually have a very low self-esteem and self-worth about themselves. That is the reason like they're finding it very difficult to oppose a point. If it is a case of extrovert, the people directly will oppose because they will be very assertive, saying like this is really hurting me a lot. And so many people are not been doing it. Maybe that's because of a introvert, or they feel very bad about themselves. The way they brought up, the way they have been brought up by the environment or from their parents, if their self-confidence have been impaired, they don't show who they are with the other people. So that may be the one of the reasons. So I always suggest the people to create self-worth. It is not like you need to achieve a great thing. Even when you achieve some sort of test or coming to the college at the right time, that is also comes under the achievement. And as of now, there is no people in the society to tap your shoulder for the motivation. No, you have to tap your shoulder by yourself to come up in your life. That is the present situation. You never get any people as of now, because every person has their own problems in their life, and they don't. You will get these sort of personalities only in the filming, not in the real. It is very rare. Very few personalities have been motivating the other peoples. So it is me like we have to motivate. It is me like I have to keep myself as a competitor, and we have to move on. So that is.
Students, please proceed. Excellent answers he gave. Very apt answers to my doubts. Students, you can start.
So what happens? What happens whenever I do even a in-person group therapy too? The people will find it very difficult to ask their doubt, because especially on the mental health, if they ask any doubts, the other people will judge that particular student.
No, don't. Let it be. So what, my dear students? Let it be.
That may be the one of the reason. Can come out with your questions as of now, or if you feel like you can.
how are you not infected with so many psychological problems when you deal with?
Yes. The most of the people used. I have almost 17 years of experience. That's called traumatization. Even when we see the client more than 8 clients a day, definitely we will also get affected. We will also have a traumatization. That's called a balcony effect. We don't take it any client as a personal. I don't remember. I don't take any client into my mind. I take the client into a notes, or I take the client into the system. So whenever the client claims, I used to give the service based on their clinical symptoms and what is the therapy that I have given before. Any psychologist in the society, they will practice this. That is why you can able to find the psychologist profession is very rare. You can see 1 or 2 psychologists in the city doing only this as a profession. But there are so many people who choose this as a retired profession, which is not highly recommendable. But still, subject is universe and anybody can learn. But you have to choose a psychologist who does counseling only as a profession, not as one of the profession.
You are doing a service, doctor. Thank you. All the best.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I mean, students. No, nobody. All are mentally well, I think.
Yes.
Now people can interact with the speaker. Dear participants,
Sir,
Yes, Sri.
uh, hello. Good morning, sir.
Very happy morning.
What do you suggest students, or what do you think that students should change in this particular life, other than the stress or the addiction? Like they can adapt to these or adapt to these, or they are getting adapted easily, other than the stress or addiction of other drugs items or phones.
Okay. Can you repeat that question? What is the student's requirement as of now? That is what your question, right?
Yes, but what do you think that it can suggest students to change something other than these drugs or stress, whatever?
Okay. See, what I suggest for most of the students is we have to take ownership. It is my mind, it is my body. So it is my college or it is my academic preparation. So it is you, like you have to take responsibility for your development and not others. So when you do this on a regular basis, you will be very productive. So I think so this answer suits the best. Done. Any others?
That's all, students. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ilayaraja.
Yes, thank you.
I only wish that this should have happened in person. To thank
Yes.
you in person. It was all great. And I also stay in Ambattur. Incidentally, 2
Oh.
weeks back, I was for one of my friends who lost so many things in the last few months in his life and was highly not in a position to handle his family, etc. I was scanning through who is nearby my house. And instantly I saw your Kavitalaya and I went in, I saw your website, some police people are have given.
Yes. For
Counseling.
police,
Those
for
I saw.
judges.
Yeah, I saw that. And next day, Mr. Dilip Srinivasan brought you here. Incidentally, it all happened. I'm sure that the IST Ramapuram, SR Ramapuram campus will have a continuous touch with you. It will be your candidature will be noted and sent to HOIs, so that head of institutions, so that we will make you very soon. All students will start coming over here, so that we can gather some good amount of students and have a personal session. Then that might benefit them. Thanks a lot. Wonderful time. And with your busy schedule, you have spent 1.5 hours with me and with us. I wholeheartedly, from my deep of the heart, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Service to the society.
Thank you.
Let it continue. All the best. All the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. Very kind of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Srinivasan, sir.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Delis. Yeah.
I request the participants to fill up the feedback, and if any other interactions there with the speaker, you can. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
sir. I can leave. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you.